This is a Saving America special report following a historic incident, the attempted assassination of former President Trump in Pennsylvania. I vividly recall the assassination of JFK when I was a little kid. That tragic event and then 9/11 were the two most historic markers of my life. Close behind the moon landing, Reagan surviving an assassination attempt in 1981, and now, 43 years later, Trump surviving a close call. Killing famous people is often because a deranged person wants fame, no matter how they achieve it. The Reagan shooting, the John Lennon shooting, and now possibly the Trump shooting indeed may not be related to politics, but a deranged search for fame. The Selena Quintanilla shooting may fall into the same category. On the other hand, Lee Harvey Oswald, best we can tell, had been set up by the USSR. It was likely payback against JFK and the USA for the botched Bay of Pigs debacle in Cuba. Most pundits on both sides of the aisle have quickly attached a political motive to the Trump shooting. More on that in a minute. Part of this tragedy is the death of one man at the event and two other men remain in critical condition. The dead man was a firefighter who was there with his wife and two daughters, Corey Compatore, who dove to cover his family and paid the ultimate price. Very little has been released as of this episode about the other two. On the positive side, Trump supporters have made donations to a GoFundMe established for those three families. If you can afford it, I encourage your support there. Turning back to politics, the situation is eerily parallel to Putin's Russia. He jailed his chief political rival, then released him, and as he boarded his first plane, that plane magically crashed. Putin claimed he was not responsible, but gee, another rival also died in a plane crash in the last 18 months. Folks, you see the parallels with the current administration. Note this is also the anniversary of the 1933 takeover of all political action by Hitler and the Nazi Party in Germany. The current charged environment was created by Hitler-esque Dems claiming that Trump is the Hitler. Think about this. If Trump was really the Hitler the Dems have been trying to claim, he would never have left the White House in January of 2021. The Dems, with their name-calling campaign and lawfare against Trump, look a lot more like Hitler. Now they're running for the hills and pulling their ludicrous ads because the gig is up. I would have thought that with Trump's campaign financing rolling along and Biden's crashing, they might have figured out before the big scare that just happened. In the last few weeks, the biggest cover-up since Wilson last year in the White House, that's 106 years ago, has now been exposed. This disgrace has been perpetrated by the Biden puppet masters and the slopstream media on the American people. We responsible Americans cannot let them get away without payback. I call on Americans to be sure that every Dem candidate, from city council to the presidency, go down in defeat. No violence needed, folks. Let's make sure it happens at the ballot box. That will let this failed political party know that they cannot continue to defraud the American people, pretending to be part of democracy when they are actually part of the communist takeover of America. I'm a hardcore facts person and not into conspiracy theories. I do feel that the U.S. Secret Service failed to properly protect Trump at the rally. The shooter was in plain view on an elevated building outside the perimeter. We keep hearing outside the perimeter. Hey, if it was a high point that could be seen from inside the venue for this political rally, seems like it should have been covered. The shooter was in plain view. A sniper took him out in seconds. Why was he taken out after and not before the grievous harm that he did? Further, I'm not sure what dangerous clown in the Biden administration made the decision to deny RFK Jr. Secret Service protection. That family has had too much tragedy. Let's not let that happen again. Give him Secret Service protection today. I do not support him as a candidate, as he is a left winger and his VP choice is simply a whack commie. But enough is enough. My projection is that regardless of the candidate in the hapless Dems run in November, Trump will win in a landslide. I am projecting a win in at least 44 states. Hopefully that will include the House and the Senate in future months. I will spell out critical priorities for the new administration. Time to get America back on track, and that does not include running up the national debt. This is Dr. David D. Shine for Saving America. Please subscribe on your favorite platform.